Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about how my dating experiences are going so far in 2022.
And let's take a pause for the cause as we dive into the dumpster, baby.
Time to take a step into the ghetto. Okay girl, so boom. My experiences so far have been kind of, crappy and bummy. I started off I took a little time for myself. Then, I started going on dates or whatever. And things were going okay, but I feel like that the kind of guys that are, reaching out to me now are kind of on the bummy side of things. And this is a prime example of why I have really decided to stop answering back to Facebook DMs, because I feel like that the quality that I'm running into on Facebook is just definitely not what I'm trying to attract. And I would think that because of how I carry myself that I would be attracting something different, but it feels like that some of these men just jump straight out the dumpster and into my DMs. So example number one, this guy, he ended up reaching out to me or whatever. Of course I went through his picture, did a little picture check on Facebook to see what he looked like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I was attracted to him or whatever. So I decided to respond back to his DM. Now mind you, I ended up responding back to his DM before I actually went down his page. I had only visited his pictures. So when we started talking for a little bit, things were going okay. I decided to go down this man's page. I realized that he had a whole freaking newborn on his page. There was a girl that kept on tagging him in stuff all down his page. Like she was like recently, still tagging him in stuff. So I had asked him, I was like, do you have a girlfriend? Because nowadays you gotta ask, please don't assume that just because somebody's reaching out to you that they are single. And so he was like, no. I was like, did you just have a newborn? He was like, well, yeah, that's my baby. He's 3 months old. Sir, why on earth would I be interested in a man that just had a baby 3 months ago? And honestly, I feel like that, he wasn't being truthful about the whole girlfriend situation, because if your baby mama is not your girlfriend, why is she still tagging you and stuff every single day? So I feel like that he already started off being rusty and not keeping it all the way honest. So after that, I just decided to, not respond back to his message and have no further communication with him. So example number two. Typically, I am attracted to older men, but there was this young guy that had reached out to me in my Facebook DMs. I decided to write him back. Now, mind you guys, I'm gonna put the screenshot up here, and don't judge me. Well, you can judge me because this is part of the problem. The way he came off was like kind of hood. And back when you were a young girl, you probably think like, oh, the hood talking dudes, they're exciting. Look, me at my big age, I don't want nothing hood. I want a man that knows how to talk like a regular adult. The only reason why I had wrote this guy back, despite him being 23 years old, while I am 25, because normally I do not talk to guys younger than me, because I know that they still have a lot of growing and learning and living to do. I decided to write him back because he already had his stuff together. He had a car, he had his own place. So to me, I'm like, okay, he's not your typical, young guy. I get on the phone for a while, now. Well, it had only been a couple of days, girl. But I wasn't able to call him because things kept on coming up. So one day when we did get on the phone, we chatted up. Now, mind you guys, that phone conversation probably lasted about 5 minutes. Thank God I did not give him my number. And I told him that we can communicate through Facebook Messenger. Honestly, you guys, I hate giving my number out to these guys. It would literally just be a waste of time. As soon as we get on the phone, we chopping it up or whatever. And here he is. He was from Birmingham, okay? So he stays about an hour away from me. And he was like, so how about you come up here when you're free? We can grab something to eat and then we can go back to my house. Sir, I do not know you. Why on earth would I go back to your place? Like, I feel like, I don't know what type of women a lot of these men are used to dealing with, but it just gave me very much, you think that you're finna get laid after probably buying me some Chick-fil-A for me. So I just politely let him know. I was like, oh no, I can't come back to your house because I don't know you like that. I wouldn't feel comfortable. Next thing you know, something happened to his phone. He was like, hold on, something happened. Boom, we got off the phone. Hell, he probably hung up, honey. Who knows? So then he sends me this little paragraph about how So anyways, after I read that BS, girl, I didn't even respond because I'm like, see, this is exactly why I don't respond to young dudes, because of the mindset like that. Like, one thing about me, experience has been my best teacher, and I'm not like easily persuaded, and I'm not like gullible. So therefore, me expressing to a man how I'm not comfortable with already coming back to his house, it's really like self-explanatory. I feel like that no normal human being should really take a problem with that. It just gives me like bad, weirdo, creepy vibes. Those are the type of guys right there that get mad at you for stuff like that. Those are the same type of guys to where when you go to their house and you don't want to put out, best believe you finna get kicked out. Sir, you won't be kicking me out of your place, because when I say I literally did not know this man, he thought that, you know, after a few days of conversating that I was going to go back to his house with him. Are you nuts? Are you well? That's why I like to, you know, stick a little bit older than me. But hell, the older ones, a lot of them be immature too. But anyways, honey, moving right along to the ghetto-ness, okay? There was another guy. And I know what y'all probably think, like, these is a lot of guys. But y'all have to understand, when you are single and you are dating, it's okay to date. You do not have to open up your legs to everybody that is taking you out on dates. You're purposely going out on dates to enjoy yourself and learn more about yourself. Learn what you like. Learn the type of guy that you do and do not like. Everything does not have to be so, oh, I'm just going to only date this one person. I don't have a ring on my finger. I'm young. I'm exploring my options. I'm, you know, protecting myself, doing it the safe way, and, you know, seeing what is out here. So I ended up responding back to this guy's message because, you know, I had seen a few pictures of him on his Facebook story before. I thought he was really, really cute. So boom, he finally had inboxed me. I'm like, boom, I'm in the game. Big dog. So honey, boom, the conversation started off a little like this. Y'all, when I say I was so turned off after reading that, typically you don't normally give that type of response to a woman that you're interested in. So of course it immediately was a big red flag to me, because it's like, you already starting off trying to, you know, basically down talk your kid's mom. And for me, I'm the type of woman to where I'm just not into that type of talk. It does not excite me. It does not turn me on. It does not make me look at you any type of way. I'm not finna take your side, and that's just that on that, because I am grown. A lot of these guys who, you know, are trying to date women and out here, you know, down talking and bad mouthing the person that raises their kid 24/7, the person that had their child for them, a lot of them just be bitter because they no longer have access to that woman. So therefore, I'm not about to sit around and listen to you say anything negative about this woman when I know if she hits your line back up, you're gonna be the first person running back over there. It's like, there's always a better way to handle situations like that. And honey, he obviously failed the test. So boo, I don't want no parts. Dusty committee, the Dusty committee is after me at this point. God. So moving along, boom, I went on a few dates with this other guy. He was so freaking attractive. His hygiene, everything was up to par. He was, you know, specifically my type because he was a hardworking man. He took care of himself physically, and that's what I like. Of course, he was older than me. Typically, the guys that I'm running into have been about 30 plus. But the first couple examples that I gave y'all were guys actually younger than me, which I typically do not respond to. But I decided to, okay. At this point in my life, I'm just trying to have fun. So let's see if any of them got their heads on straight. And they don't. So, won't do that again. But anyways, back to this guy. He is fine, hunty. He big, he tall. He was my type. Fresh cut, fresh face. Baby, the skin was on point. This man was what I wanted in the physical form. We really had some good dates with each other. We had a good time with each other. Then, you know, I'm the type of woman to where I typically do not double text these guys, because I just feel like that if you are a man pursuing me, I'm just not going to go out of my way to make it seemed like that, you know, I'm the pursuer in this situation. I just feel like if you're that interested in me, then you should remember to text me back. Or at least like the next day follow up with me and let me know what happened. Things was going great between me and this guy. But then, I think like a couple of weeks went by, or maybe like a whole month. I didn't hear nothing from him. I was not finna double text him because I'm like, okay, if this amount of time has not made you remember that you never texted me back, then obviously I'm not like a priority on your list, which is cool by me. It's just not how I rock. If you know, want to get to know me. So boom, I ended up getting a text from this guy that reads this. Now, mind you, when I first looked down at it, and the type of heart that I have, normally I'm very, very sympathetic with people, but I have been working on not allowing people to use me and play me like a fool. Now, what he said could very much be true, but that's why I am so big on communication. I'm not always the best at communicating, but in situations like this, I feel like this text should have been sent way sooner. So I'm sorry, you know, I was playing the game a little bit because I'm like, oh, okay, so out the blue you think that I'm just supposed to, you know, respond back to you as if, you know, how you have handled the situation was appropriate. So baby, I just played like I didn't know, you know, who he was. Obviously he didn't like that, honey. Never heard from that man again. You know, he be reacting to my Facebook stories, but that's pretty much it. But I mean, he was really a cool guy, you know, no bad blood. It just was not for me. It did not work out. Whatever. This other guy, literally, you know, just cut me off. And I'm telling you guys this stuff because a lot of it is pretty funny, right? I'm 25. This other guy, he was like 38 years old. I let it be known to him that, you know, we can be friends. I set my standards. I let him know, you know, what it was, what it ain't, you know, when I first met him. And this was a big red flag. I should have cut him off before he cut me off. But hey, you live and you learn. I be trying to be, you know, sympathetic towards people. And sometimes it's a bit much. When I first started back responding to this man, because what drew me to him was the fact that he was already doing things that I was interested in, such as, you know, like acting, publishing, like stuff like that. Stuff like that is stuff that like really, really excites me. So that made me like, okay, this is somebody that, you know, could be very, very beneficial towards my future goals. So boom, honey, when I first responded back to his messages or whatever, he asked me like, did I smoke? And my thing is, there are a lot of older guys out here that will try to talk to like women that are way younger than them, and they try to lowball you. Like, sir, if it did not work on a woman your age, what the hell makes you think that a woman as young as me who carries herself this way is going to be interested in the bare minimum that you're giving out? If you're going to be that much older than me, then I need you to, you know, be on a level to where you know how to treat a woman, you know how to court a woman, because if not, then, you know, I wouldn't be the right woman for you anyways, because I'm going to let you know something the respectful way, and I'm going to let you know it real fast, because I'm at the point in my life where I can tell somebody something very, very respectful and be straight cutthroat because I'm not emotionally attached to any of these people. And so there were a few times, you know, where he tried to lowball me. He ended up, you know, doing better in some aspects, but like, and he had like a lot of things going on with him, like medically, like he had a condition and stuff like that. It was just really too much for me to take. And I feel like that at his big age, he wanted to go ahead and, you know, lock me down into a relationship by doing the bare minimum for me. So we would go out on nice dates, you know, every once in a while, but because of his condition, he was not able to drive. We had to go like to the same old places. And it was cool for a minute until like it wasn't. Like I went to like a few events with him, but my thing is, he was like still trying to lowball me, so that's not going to make me excited. That's not going to make me want to cut off everybody and just run into the hills and fall in love with you. Like, no sir, that just makes me feel like, okay, so I'm just going to keep you in the friend zone because clearly you don't know how to approach me. Clearly you're not ready for what I have over here, so you need to go somewhere else and find less. You need to go somewhere else with a woman that's going to be okay with y'all first link is smoking. You need to go somewhere else with a woman that's going to be okay with you barely having $5 in your pocket, because sweetheart, that is not me. I'm working on progressing. Okay, and I would need somebody, you know, that's on my level, somebody that does not want to do the bare minimum and think that they're finna get everything from me, because I will cut it down real quickly. I will, you know, cut it out and let them know like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. That was that on that. He ended up getting upset because I feel like that he wanted more from me without actually having to put in that work, which is okay with me. I'm not tripping about it. Like, I'm still young, I'm still enjoying life, and I'm still progressing. Like, I'm almost a licensed esthetician out here. Like, I don't have no time to be focused on men whose intentions are not in the right place anyways. Boom. I did go on a date today. It went very, very well. This guy, I'm looking forward to having more dates with this guy because he was severely attractive. He was a gentleman, you know, doing all the things that I like. You know, he opened up my door for me. He took me to a nice restaurant. We had great conversation. He can make me laugh. Stuff like that. Oh, and he also has a very great career. Things like that excite me. Things like that intrigue me. Things like that are what, you know, I want to be pursuing as I am out here dating. People like that. People that already have their stuff together. And people that are working on more ways to, you know, elevate and build themselves up while also, you know, treating me like a lady and just being a man.
Oh, y'all, there's one part that I forgot to lift out, so I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all while I'm getting me a good little workout in. So, boom, there was this guy at this job that I used to work at. You know, we were really attracted to each other, but I was in a situation, so we both respected that. So a little while after that situation ended, he had reached back out to me, and he was, you know, talking about like, let's, you know, grab drinks and dinner one day, yada yada yada. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever. And then like he had made a comment about sex, and when I told him, oh, like, I like to be courted, I like to be treated like a lady, do y'all think I heard from that man again? No. So for him, it was all about seeing like how fast he could sleep with me. So that just goes back to me saying, you guys, it's not too many great quality men out here. I'm still on the prowl, and I'm also chilling and improving myself at the same darn time. So that's how this is going.
A lot of these guys, I feel like that they don't know how to approach you as a woman nowadays. And the reason why I said I'm finna stop responding to my Facebook DMs is because of the type of men that are in my DMs. It's not men of great character, although the person that I went on a date with today, I did meet him through my DMs. But I'm not running into guys that are like him through my DMs. So I feel like that I would much rather, you know, meet somebody the organic way, you know, meet somebody out in public. Because it's just like, it's a dead end road in my DMs. And it's like, I'm not really tripping about it because I have a ton of other things that I could be putting my energy into. But of course, you know, it's nice to, you know, go out sometimes and, you know, be treated like a lady and have a nice time. So I'm not even gonna lie and hold you like it ain't. Some people, they don't be expecting me to respond to them, so when I do, they don't say nothing back. Some are just looking for somebody to have sex with. Some is just looking for somebody to raise their kids because they don't raise their kids. And some are just playing games. Like, y'all, it's so freaking ghetto out here. I hate it. And, you know, I have been, you know, taking myself out on dates. I love going on solo dates. It's really helping me like build up my confidence. It's crazy because this year I am more confident than ever. I went through, you know, a lot of things earlier this year that were really meant to, you know, destroy me and break me down. And I overcame those things. And all it really, really did was like have me feeling myself more, boosting up my confidence and realizing who the fuck I am. I have learned so much. Like I said, experience is the best teacher. I no longer go out of my way to, you know, try to prove my worth or anything like that I used to do back in the old days. That's ghetto. It's sad. It's poor. I don't do stuff like that anymore. I like to deal, you know, with men who see me how I see myself when I look into the mirror. And that's just that on that. We definitely, as women, have to, you know, stop overextending ourselves because that is extremely important. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know it was a little bit on the shorter side, but I'm just, you know, getting my feet wet for right now and working on being more consistent for you guys because you guys have helped my channel grow tremendously and I appreciate every single last one of you guys. Oh, you guys, and I totally forgot to say, I am running into a lot of guys who find out that I do YouTube. When I run into guys that bring up my YouTube and they bring up like how they want to be a part of it and they want to be in some of my videos, it really, really turns me off. It's giving very much bummy vibes. It's giving very much trying to use me for clout that I don't even have yet. So it's like, ugh, they be thinking that that type of stuff is flirting when really to me it's just another red flag. to be completely honest. So I just have to keep the content coming, and I will see you guys in the next video.